Yes, everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Stephen Howson, and this is 5 things that we learned watching Manchester United, Ralf Rangnick's tricky Reds in their first appearance against Crystal Palace. In at number 1 then, we saw the style. I believe we started, Fletcher came on about 10-15 minutes in and looked like he gave a bit of tactical instruction. And from there, it looked like it became a bit clearer. I think we started in a 4-3-3, but it did quickly turn into that 4-2-2. We did see some aggressive high pressing. We saw United win the ball back in the opposition box, in the opposition final third, more times than we have any time since Sir Alex Ferguson has retired. There was still some growing pains. It felt like the players knew what they needed to do, but didn't quite have the muscle memory or the slickness, the efficiency to be able to execute everything that they were trying to do. But we could sort of start to see the green shoots of an identity forming. It did fade in the latter stages of the game. Again, that's where that muscle memory comes in. When you're used to doing something time and time again, it's easier to just keep doing it. And I think that we probably just faded with a bit of tiredness against a really stubborn opposition as well. United have found themselves time and time again against a team with a low block. So having ideas about what you're going to do, I can't imagine Ralf Rangnick really had much time to deal with what we're going to do against a low block, because that can be really intricate, that can be really heavy. And if he only had 45 minutes, I think he probably wanted to get the tempo and the pressing into him first. So he's probably not even talked about what to do when we face a low block. But more importantly, United won the ball back. We won the ball back in great positions, and we started attacks from it. I think Crystal Palace actually helped us a little bit by trying to play out. If they'd just gone direct to Benteke up against Lindelof, I think they'd have probably found a lot more success. Number 2, DALOT shines again. This could be the real standout performer. And I put Fred in the video that I did when we was talking about what to expect with Ralf Rangnick and his tactics. Fred was the one I identified, and I think most people who thought about it would have probably thought Fred was going to feature a bit more than he did, and we'll talk about Fred in a sec. But DALOT's come out of nowhere, and I actually thought he was finished at United. He's had 2 consecutive good games, and you can't underestimate how difficult an opposition Wilf Zaha is, because Wilf Zaha is a hell of a player. Especially for a 1v1 defender, you've got to really be on it when you're playing against Wilf Zaha, because he can absolutely tear you to pieces. But it didn't happen. DALOT dealt with him effectively, and he's shown what he can offer when we move the ball up the pitch. So, he offers a lot more offensively. He's a lot more comfortable on the ball than Wan-Bissaka is, and Wan-Bissaka could have a lot to do to get back into the team here. And of course, he didn't get the assist, but it was his incisive pass into Greenwood for Fred's goal. So, positive for DALOT. Well done. Number 3, a clean sheet. Oh my God, we have to die for clean sheets at the moment, don't we? We've just not been able to get. April since our last clean sheet. Lindelof actually had a strong game. I target him as someone that could be a bit of a weakness, certainly against Benteke. It didn't really pan out that way. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Sir Alex Ferguson used to say he was happier with 1-0 wins than 5-0 wins, because a 5-0 win means you're just better than the opposition, whereas a 1-0 win, you've had to grind for it. And Crystal Palace are no mugs. They've took points off a lot of good teams, including Manchester City. So nothing to be ashamed of here by only struggling to get over a 1-0. They're very tricky to play against. They're completely different under Patrick Vieira than they have been in recent years. And we did well. Now, I think the keeping the clean sheet part of that was probably the easier part. Actually scoring against them was what was going to be more difficult, particularly with how deep that low block was from them. But we did it. We did a good job of doing it. 1-0 up the Reds. Number 4, Fred's redemption arc. So we know he's limited on the ball. We know that he needs to simplify his game. But his style of play is perfect for someone that can ignite what Rangnick's looking to do in terms of getting pressure on the ball. He's probably going to see an uptick in form. Probably going to be one of the first names on the team sheet under Rangnick. Not that he was, a bit of a fringe player previously, but we started to see when he was moved from being like a predominantly number 6 to more of a number 8 under Michael Carrick, the writing was kind of on the wall for what might happen under Ralf Rangnick, and we saw that. Midfield still needs a major overhaul. I think Fred's still got a lot of mistakes in him. McTominay can be massively improved upon. If you can find a real leader, a real proper, stable number 6 that could play, Fred could actually stick around and play for Manchester United for a while because of what he offers. And if you can limit his mistakes by having like genuine world-class quality either side of him, you can make up for what he needs to do. But it was great to see Fred not just having a great game off the ball, a great game when it came to tackles, interceptions, and pressing, but also to get on the score sheet, because I think anyone that's watched Manchester United with Fred in the team, you absolutely shudder when he goes to take a shot. But what a well-taken finish that was. Well done, Fred. Mint. And number 5, Cavani's return will be vital. It's going to be an absolutely hectic Christmas period. Varane coming back into the team is going to be a real positive boost for us, especially if we're going to continue to play that high line. Ronaldo will not be able to play every minute, and that is why Cavani needs to come in. I think he is absolutely perfect for this style of play, and with the fullbacks that we've got at our disposal in DALOT and Tellez, they're going to have a brilliant target to aim for. So I don't think Mason Greenwood's that kind of striker. Maybe he can learn. He's obviously being mentored by Edison Cavani. And Rashford's not at the races at all since he came back from his injury. He needs to improve his match fitness. Hopefully he'll play against Young Boys midweek, maybe get a full 90, because he's not had a full 90 since he came back, which I'm not sure has even happened at any point in the last 5 or 6 years for him. So I can't wait to see both of them firing. And I think a Cavani-Ronaldo partnership in a 4-2-2 could be something to absolutely behold. We've been robbed of seeing that United-Cavani partnership so far up front. I don't think Marshall is any chance whatsoever of being part of Ralf Rangnick's plans. And I think that return of Cavani could be absolutely huge. We've got a real run of winnable games right now, and I can't wait to see where we take it with them. Anyway, up the fucking tricky Ralf Rangnick Reds. Absolutely buzzing. Bring on Young Boys. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.